Well, it is a big weekend on a Saturday, the 1st of April. Of course, it is Derby Day, the World Sports Betting Derby, the Wilgerbos Bridget Oppenheimer Oaks, and the HF Oppenheimer Horse Chestnut Stakes. And really nice to have Sean Terry on the line. Of course, he's got a busy afternoon. And Sean, firstly, thanks for taking up your time joining us. We really appreciate it here in Gold Circle Country.
Always a pleasure, Dees. Nice chatting to you.
The string, I see, not that you haven't had a good season, but of late you've certainly hit your straps and you're running now.
Yes, Dees, the wheel that goes round. You have to wait for the horses to come to form and, do the right thing by them. And, you just got to be patient and wait for it to happen. But having said that, the timing seems good and... let's hope it continues, Dees.
Okay, let's begin in race number 6. We'll touch on the feature, Sean, and then maybe just give us brief comments on your other runners. But let's begin with race number 6, which is the Group 1 HF Oppenheimer Horse Chestnut Stakes, of course, 1,600 meters. You've entered 2 horses here, Thunderstruck and Under Your Spell. I just firstly want to touch on Under Your Spell and compliment you how you kept as a good 2-year-old, as a good 3-year-old, and as a good 4-year-old. You really done well, each time she's come to the racetrack for each season.
Yes, thanks, Dees. Obviously, when you've got patient owners behind you, it's very easy. Even when they go a little bit off form, you're patient. And she's come back good every season. And I was very, very pleased with her last effort.
Talking about her last effort, if you want to follow form lines, which we all do in racing, that's a super powerful form line with Humdinger and that horse of Stuart Pettigrew coming out to win and winning well. So, Captain Peg, I think the name is. Now, against this type of field, Sean, she is not out of place, but she is going to be tested.
Yes, Dees. You say that, but I must say a lot of them don't seem to be in top form right now. So while it is a quality field, I think we may be taking them on at the right time. Obviously, very healthy respect for Joe Somers' runner. There are a few that have a chance. I think it's all about luck in running. I don't see any pace in this race. And her best distance is 1,400, but she does get the mile. And I think she's a big runner.
And the stable companion, Thunderstruck?
So Thunderstruck, last 2 runs have to be ignored before rested. He was wide, he travelled too well. He had no chance of finishing off going the fractions he went. We elected to give him a little break and give him a comeback run in the Senior Santa. He wasn't well weighted, nor was he well drawn, but he finished the race off beautifully. I think that race has brought him on sufficiently for this run. The jury is out whether he gets the mile or not, but I believe he does. He comes in with a lovely draw. And as I said, I don't see much pace in the race. And if I don't go hard, it will definitely suit him.
Well, you definitely answered my second question when it comes to the distance, Sean. And all the best with both those runners in race number 6. The South African Derby is sponsored by World Sports Betting. They are the headline sponsor for the dates over 2,450 meters. Of course, no winners or no one's going for the Triple Crown or the Triple Tiara this year. But in this race, Sean, you've got 2 runners, Electric Gold, number 4, and you got number 9, Future Pearl. I firstly want to touch on Electric Gold, a horse that basically joined your stable towards the end of last year. We'll call it October. What do you think of the horse?
Listen, he is a lovely colt. He obviously had done very well, winning a few races in a row. Obviously, his rating has stepped up massively in the last few months. I expected a much better run last time, Dees, and I would have thought the Derby would have always been his target. But that off-color run, it's hard to be really confident with that run being his previous run. He's a quality colt. He can certainly get the job done in this company. And, I can't tell you to put a line through the last run, but if one had to put a line through that run, he would be a massive, massive runner.
This horse, Future Pearl, the first thing that will catch your eye is his rating. But I just want to touch base with you on something, Sean, because you are a master tacticianer. When it comes to this distance, once these young 3-year-olds go over ground, one can't read too much into their rating at this stage of their careers. Is that a fair comment?
It is yes and no. If a horse isn't exposed, then you can say that your comment is correct. Having said that, a few of these horses are exposed, and what the thing is you're going to find some of these lower-rated horses running close to the top-rated horses, and the assumption will always be that they improve, not that the horses with the higher ratings haven't managed the distance or anything like that. So you say a master tactician, but in instances like this,
sure.
If I was if I was an absolute master, I wouldn't be running this horse here at his rating, because he could run fourth and get 20 pounds.
I hear you.
And that would put his career in jeopardy. Having said that, Anthony Beck, he would be happy to take part in a race like this, especially having run second in the Derby trial. And he definitely will stay. So, yes, he's fit and well, and he'll get the trip. But as for the ratings, I maybe should have stayed home.
These two horses, numbers 4 and 9, you sounding like you're on the fence with both of them, but it's a massive pick 6 on the day. You mentioned that some horses are exposed, others are not, some have higher ratings. If the guys are looking for the bomb, the big payout, obviously they'll consider your horses. What's your thoughts for the pick 6? Include both?
I would include both, but if I had to include one, it would be Electric Gold, obviously at the ratings. Having said that, Richard was quite bullish that Future Pearl would see out the trip, and that's probably the only reason I'm running him. But I suppose if you're going wider than 4 runners or 5 runners, I would include him.
Well, in the previous race, which was the Derby, you seem to be at the bottom when it comes to the ratings, but it all turns in the Wilgerbos Drift Oppenheimer Oaks, a Group 2 over 2,450 meters, because here you seem to have a strong hand with both your runners. And I say a strong hand with both your runners because I think both of them are alive, Sean. Let's firstly touch on Bless My Stars. So much of heart, guts and courage to win last time out. That's what you're looking for in a horse, in any stable.
Yes, Dees. When you get into a fight like that with another top filly, she got the job done, and that has to be courageous to battle it out with a very seasoned campaigner. She got the job done, and she's come through it with flying colours. I do believe the distance shouldn't be a problem. I can't say she's looking for it, but I do feel she'll definitely get away with it. And I can't ask for a better preparation than I've had with her.
I don't know if you had a look at the betting boards or you pay much attention to this pre-race, but I will tell you that they got her as a strong favorite, Sean, and I just want to pick your brain if you agree with the market if I read it out. She's 18-10, Sean, and the next best in the betting market is around 13-2, which is your stable companion. Oh, sorry, none other. Number 5 is at 4-1. Apologies. That's the closest rival in the betting, number 5, none other. They got us strong, and the fixed odds betting market is usually a good guide.
Yes, these, I wouldn't say they're far off. Obviously, it comes down to how much improvement has the opposition got by stepping up in distance. Obviously, a healthy respect for none other. She looks like she may get the extra, but I'm not saying that she's dying for the extra. I mean, how much is she going to improve? And I mean, that's probably the question mark. Silver Heels, I do believe, is looking for the distance. But whether she can make up enough ground on their previous outing, that's the question. So, I'm happy with her preparation. I'm happy with the way she's doing, and obviously, I think she's a worthy entry. But she's got a few links to make up on the stable companion.
Whilst you make your decision, Sean, I'm sure feedback from the jockeys is very, very helpful. Gavin Larina, what's his comments with regards to distance? He's partnered her last 2 starts. That's number 6, Silver Hills.
Yeah, no, he's very upbeat about the distance. And obviously, Drakenstein stud, they haven't put a foot wrong the last few seasons. And this filly is definitely bred for the ground. So, especially these stamina horses, it's hard for you to make judgment on what they're showing you at home, because they would definitely show you a little bit less, being more stamina type horses. So basically what you guys are seeing in the computer form is your best judge, and it's your best guide. And I would say she's going to improve over the trip.
Okay, we thank you for your comments for all 3 feature races. I mentioned that, please give us comments on the balance of your runners. Just quick comments, Sean. In race number 3, it's a Pinnacle Stakes over 1,000 meters, and you got the talented number 4, Big Burn.
DZS, this is obviously a prep run for the computer form sprint. When I say prep run, I mean she didn't run that long ago, but I just didn't really want to be too hard on her going into this race. So I would like there to be a good improvement coming out of this race. Having said that, she's really well weighted, and it wouldn't surprise me to see her win a race like this. Healthy respect, obviously, for Bataldi, Master Archie, and the Cape horse that comes up with a really low weight. So I wouldn't be surprised to see her win. At the same time, if she had to find 1 or 2 better and just run a very positive race, I would be happy. They seem to have reserved the 1 draw for her in her last few runs. Hopefully that changes in the computer form sprint.
Race number 4 is the big one, the Pick 6, 1330. You need to get your bets on. It's over 1,400 meters. The estimated pool is 6 million with $1 million carried over. You got 2 runners in the race, Sean. I have to compliment you on this horse in Dlamu. He's still an end tire. We know that he's got the one eye. And I always mention it, whilst we know that horses run with their legs and their heart and their lungs, this horse has got a disability. He's got one eye, and you've done superb with him, to let him train on and actually win 5 races for you. He must be a special horse in the yard.
He's a special horse. When a horse shows you that he's a warrior and that he fights on no matter what, it really is rewarding and heartwarming. This horse went through the sales ring very, very cheaply on my fast-track sale, and I'm very happy that Lance Michael was there to come to the party. Yeah, he's a gutsy individual. Big weight is with 62, but he does enjoy the course and distance, and I'm sure, as I said, with his big heart, he'll give a massive account of himself, even with that weight.
The stable companion, comment on Willow Express, he's priced up at around 8 to 1. It looks like a very tricky start to the Pick 6, Sean.
It is a tricky start. Listen, I would say in Dlamu, I would lean towards him of the 2, but Willow Express, he has got ability, and it really wouldn't surprise me to see him get a blow in here. I could only say that slight preference for Dlamu, but if you're going to go wider, include Willow Express.
And then we move along to the 9th race, the World Sports Betting Caradoc Gold Cup. It's a Group 3 over 2,850 meters. It's a race that closes off the exotics, and hopefully everything's going according to plan in the Pick 6. 18 to 10 the pair. That's how the fixed odds betting market's betting. Shangani and Nebraska. They can't split them. You are the proven stayer at the highest level, and you know why. 2021, you won the Marshall World of Sports Gold Cup. 2022, you won this race, and I think you won the Gold Ball as well, if I'm not mistaken. So you're a proven stayer. But this horse seems to have your number, Sean Shangani.
You know what? You may be right. He did win the last renewal of the Gold Cup. Having said that, Nebras's run was a little off colour. He was way out of his ground. And, obviously we don't have to have those concerns in a small field. Whether he's up handy or last, it doesn't really matter. I've got the weight pull on the last time that they met in the Pinnacle Plate. I'm hoping that should be good enough. Bearing in mind that Nebras did run a week ago, and that is the only question mark. But I certainly wouldn't be running him if I thought that, he felt that run. So, let's go with my stable. Let's take on the challenge, and hopefully we come up trumps.
And in the last race, Sean, if we just be looking to get out of it, or we're in the pound seats and we want to increase those profits, can we go with yours here? Tis Magic.
I can't think of what the favourite is, but obviously Healthy Respect. Yes, I would say she's...
I'll tell you what's a favourite, Shawnee. Apologies. Number 4, Storm Dictators at 3-1, and you at 7-2.
And wasn't there something else in an early favourite? Maybe it's drifted out. I'm not too sure. But there was one other besides...
Yeah, I think it could have been number 1, Black Egret. Number 1, Black Egret.
Yes. So that I would probably be more worried about. Having said that, this filly gave a very good account of herself over a distance short of her best. I definitely prefer her over the 1160. Having said that, it's not against filly's company this time, but I think she's got enough in her favour, and definitely got a chance, and should be there.
Well, I wish you all the best for Saturday, Sean. And again, on behalf of the team at Gallop TV, we thank you for your time and hope everything goes according to plan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dees. Obviously, a great day tomorrow, and with the HF Oppenheimer, mile, it's always a great race. Obviously, Derby Day and Volkerbusch Drift, World Sports Betting, the sponsors. Always appreciate the time and money and effort that the sponsors put into a race day, and let's hope that it's fair racing, and that's all we can hope for.
Thank you to Sean Sarri as we say goodbye to him, and on behalf of the Gallop TV team, all the best this Saturday at the Big T.